claudication is a situation of neurogenic claudication, and that is usually on a chronic basis. Acute onset mechanical backache giving you claudication is rare. Alright? It's usually the subacute and the chronic compressive disorders which lead to canal stenosis, which give you claudication. So when you have claudication, what kind of claudication are we looking at? There are two types of claudication. One is the vascular, one is the neurogenic. Neurogenic are usually more proximal. These are the ones which usually are associated with more paresthesia and less pain, a sense of heaviness, a sense of not being able to do further. And because extension reduces the canal size, so there is further compromise, and flexion increases the canal size, so there is lesser compromise. So you will find that when the person starts walking, the pain keeps on getting worse more proximally, and then they come to a point where they can't walk further. So then the neurogenic claudication guys have to bend or sit to that extent that they even sit on the routine road. कि कुछ नहीं कर सकता हूँ मैं, I have to sit wherever I am. So that flexion will increase the size of the canal. So the epidural vein engorgement which was there will get relieved a bit. So the compromise on the nerves gets reduced and they can breathe better. And the neurogenic claudication reduces and then again can start walking. Whereas the vascular guy will just have to stop walking. Once they don't work, the muscles don't work, they don't need more oxygen, so they don't need so much blood supply, so they reduce their pain. That's the difference versus vascular and neurogenic. Same way, if you feel, you put that thing of flexion in mind, then when they are walking up the slope, they are flexed, mountaineers. They will not feel claudication. But when they are walking down slope, they are extended, their claudication occurs fast. So when they are cycling, goes on because this is flexed. There is not much claudication. Whereas they are walking like this, they get worse. In fact, there are times where their extension, those people who have a lot of, increased lordosis, when they lie down flat, supine, with their knees and hips extended, they get more pain when they lie down. Because they are extending, hyperextending it, so they are compromising their canal more. You got it? So much of it comes back into history. You just have to go a little deeper and put your pathoanatomic thought process there, and you will get your diagnosis, majority of the times. Vascular guys have more pain. Neurogenic guys have more paresthesia. And vascular guys have more distal troubles. Whereas neurogenic guys have more proximal. Of course, vascular guys will rarely have backaches, whereas neurogenic guys will usually have backaches. Sense of coldness in the limbs is there in the vascular thing. Now, there is one particular thing which is a rare thing. What is it which mimics a neurogenic claudication but is actually a vascular cause? Meaning you will have a person who has backache, who has bilateral lower limb claudication and paresthesia, looks a lot neurogenic and hence canal stenosis, but if you did do one clinical examination, you would have missed that diagnosis. If you were not to palpate the dorsalis pedis and posterior tibial, in that case, which I am talking about, then you would have missed that diagnosis. You would have termed it as lumbar canal stenosis. And one thing in the history, if it was a male, that you would have had to ask. I am repeating. Backache, So we are talking about someone who is 55, 65 types, the elderly age group. Backache, bilateral lower limb pains, paresthesia, claudication, everything. Examination shows some level of restriction in range of motion of the spine. There is no neurodeficit, but there is significant trouble while walking. So if you don't palpate dorsalis pedis posterior tibial in this particular disorder, you would miss that disorder. What is that? Any idea? Take a guess. Coarctation, no. So I'm giving further pointers. In the history, this male has erectile dysfunction. On examination, the dorsalis pedis and the posterior tibial both are not felt. So I went further, even the femorals were not felt. Now give me a diagnosis. No, no, no. Lerich's syndrome. Saddle-shaped thrombus on the bifurcation of aorta. Bifurcation of aorta, there is a saddle-shaped thrombus which sits there. So that will give you backache also, that will give you bilateral claudication also, and the lower pulses are not felt. And in a male there will be erectile dysfunction. Because the nervi urgentis ka arterial supply is through that bifurcation area. So, this is a rare disorder, but you can't miss a Lerich's because that's an emergency. So, when you are thinking canal stenosis, just put your hand to the dorsalis pedis and posterior tibial. Please do that. If there are 2,000 cases of canal stenosis, you would have seen, but if you have missed one Lerich's, it's not good. So, just saying this, keep in mind. All canal stenosis, please put your hand on the dorsalis pedis and posterior tibial. It's very important.